People ask me all the time, how did all 9 of our kids end up becoming entrepreneurs? Honestly, it started even before the internet existed. Back in the day, my husband and I were mystery shoppers through snail mail. We'd get assignments in the mail, visit stores, and report back. We involved our kids, teaching them to observe how businesses' employees worked. That was their first taste of understanding what companies value. Later, I was interviewed on a national radio show, Money Matters, about our experience as mystery shoppers, and I realized there was an opportunity there to make some money. So I put together a $5 report giving people instructions on how they too could become a mystery shopper, and for weeks our mailbox was filled with envelopes containing $5 bills. Because we homeschooled, we could say yes to opportunities, to work events, community projects, even picking pecans as a family in Alabama one year. We earned about $1,000 in Christmas money and a lifetime of memories, and we learned that was backbreaking work. But my mantra, many hands make light work. We were self-employed in real estate, construction, bookmaking, jewelry, crafts, and a lawn business. So our kids got hands-on experience early. Some of their ventures made money, others didn't, but every experience taught valuable lessons. With the lawn business, my husband taught the boys to always do one more thing than they were paid for. At first they grumbled, but soon they saw how going the extra mile built goodwill and repeat customers. I taught the girls that babysitting wasn't just about watching kids. It was about serving families. Wash the dishes, fold the laundry, leave things better than when you found them. And when the kids are awake, play with them. Don't watch TV. Don't be on your phone. They were often wanted as babysitters. We paid for our children to attend a training camp when they were 12 so they could work for free the rest of the summer. They thought we'd been tricked, but they grew up that year, from cleaning bathrooms to becoming lifeguards and counselors and activity directors. They learned the value of responsibility. Our children discovered 4-H and realized they could earn money for their handmade crafts at the fair. Suddenly, Christmas money was in their hands. When they learned there was a junior's tent at a big craft fair where kids could sell their products, they jumped right into that opportunity. Over the years, they tried everything: lemonade stands, firewood sales, crafts, ticket resales, cooking for siblings for pay, and more, all learning to see a need and fill it. And speaking of observing and learning, 2 of my girls were at their friend's house on a day of an FSU game. They lived close to the stadium, and they were selling Cokes and candy to the passerbys. Our girls came home all excited, saying, "Our friends made $35 today, and they said we could do that with them at the next home game." And I told them that was great, but I explained they needed to sell something else, not something to compete with their Cokes and candy. When asked what that could be, I said FSU fans will buy anything that's garnet and gold. So we came up with an idea. Eventually, we made garnet and gold feather earrings. At first, I had to drive one town over to buy red and yellow feathers from a Walmart and dye them garnet and gold in my washing machine. Eventually, I learned I could get a wholesale license and have the supplies delivered to my door. You'll never imagine how many feathers came the first time because I had no idea how light they were. Anyway, I paid the children piecework to help get everything together, having learned that if I paid them per hour, some worked a lot harder than others. We paid $15 for a license that allowed us to sell our earrings outside the stadium at an FSU game. My husband took the older kids. I stayed home with the younger ones. We soon realized that the people who bought earrings probably wouldn't keep buying earrings. They would want to buy something else. So we diversed and made headbands and more. One day, a friend of ours went into a garnet and gold store wearing our earrings, and the store contacted us. Our creation ended up being in 10 different stores. Our children learned a lot from that experience. One of the things that probably taught them the most about entrepreneurship was our co-op using a unit study on inventions and innovations. The kids created prototypes, learned about the difference between an invention and an innovation. They learned about patents and licensing, and they attended real entrepreneurship conferences. They watched me turn our homeschool unit studies into a published curriculum, and they helped me sell it at conventions. I'm working on getting this unit study updated and available for purchase soon. When our kiddos needed money for mission trips, we didn't allow them to ask for donations. We told them they could ask for work. They learned that honest effort opens doors. Today, they're not just successful. They're frugal, generous, and grateful. And that's the real success story. If you want entrepreneurial kids, don't just tell them about business. Involve them. Let them fail. Let them work. And let them see that work can be rewarding. Consider starting an Inventions and Inventors 10-week co-op. That's how we raised 9 entrepreneurs.